It's a question I never imagined I'd be asking myself. Am I wrong for ruining my son's wedding? As I sit and reflect on the events of that day, the emotions are still raw, and the guilt gnaws at me. It wasn't supposed to be like this. My intention was never to cause harm or heartbreak, but perhaps I let my protective instincts override my better judgment. The trouble began during the planning stages when my son, Alex, announced his engagement to Rachel. From the start, there were red flags that I couldn't ignore. Rachel seemed to have a controlling nature, dictating every detail of their lives together. It became evident that Alex was bending over backward to please her, often at the expense of his own happiness. As the wedding approached, my concerns grew. I tried to voice my worries to Alex, but he dismissed them, insisting that Rachel was simply passionate about their future. On the day of the wedding, I felt a knot in my stomach, a sense of dread that I couldn't shake. During the ceremony, as I watched my son stand at the altar with Rachel, I saw the flicker of doubt in his eyes, a fleeting moment of uncertainty. When it was my turn to give a speech at the reception, I found myself at a crossroads. Should I remain silent and let my son potentially embark on a path of misery? Or should I speak up, risking everything in the process? In a moment of raw emotion, I chose the latter. I spoke from the heart, expressing my concerns and fears for Alex's future. I implored him to consider his own happiness and not feel pressured into a life that wasn't right for him. The room fell silent, and the atmosphere turned tense. Alex's face turned pale, and Rachel's expression was one of shock and anger. I knew I had crossed a line, but in that instant, I believed I was doing the right thing. The fallout was immediate and severe. The wedding was called off, and Alex and Rachel's relationship ended in turmoil. Now, as I look back, I can't help but wonder if I went too far. Was it my place to intervene so dramatically? Did I ruin my son's chance at happiness, or did I save him from a future filled with regret? The answer remains elusive, and the weight of that day will forever linger in my heart.